Hey, hello everyone, welcome back. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to auto update data of our Firebase after every 1 minute. So here, as you can see, I'm having a timestamp, and this timestamp I'm going to update after every 1 minute automatically. So just wait. So I'm going to fast forward my video so you can track this timestamp. So in this way, we are going to update our timestamp after every 1 minute. So without wasting much time, let's start our tutorial. So head back to Android Studio and open the project in which you are going to implement the auto updation feature. So make sure that this project is connected to your Firebase account. Here, my project is connected to my this Firebase account, and in order to auto update the data from our database, we need to use the feature of Firebase, which is known as Cloud Functions. You can see it here. And in order to use this function, make sure that your Firebase project is upgraded to Blaze account pay as you go. For now, it may look like this path plan. You need to click on upgrade and click and select the plan. Then you will be redirected to your GCP console, and then you can enter your card details and upgrade your plan to Blaze plan. So basically, this feature is paid service which is available in Firebase. After that, here I had already deployed one of my functions, so it is showing that. But if you are new to this cloud functions, your console may look like something like this. So just click on the get started, and it will show you the steps how to use this cloud function. So let's start doing this. Just copy this command from here and go to your Android project, go to terminal and paste it here and click enter. It will install the npm to your Android project. It may take some while, depends on your internet connection. So just please wait until it finishes its installation. After the successful installation of npm, we need to check whether we are logged into from our Firebase account to Android project or not. So just pass the command as Firebase login, and it will show you if you had already logged in or not. As you can see, it shows me already logged in from this account. If it shows you something different, then you may not be logged in. So please log in from your Firebase account. And after that, we need to click on continue, and it will show you the command using which you can initialize the Firebase. Before that, if by using this command, it may show you the error that Firebase has not been recognized. So if you get something error like this, you just need to go to my PC, right click on that and select the properties. So basically, what that error means, is that this Firebase has not been initialized or installed in your in Android Studio console. This error may be due to that you had not set environment variables yet. So go to advanced and then environment variables and go to path and double click on that path, and after that you can see here some paths which you had already set. So you need to select this path from your C drive npm, copy that path and paste it here and click on OK. After that, you need to restart your computer and this error will be resolved. And after that, you can pass any command that of Firebase in this console. So after that, just initialize your Firebase and by using this command. And it may ask you, are you ready to proceed? Press Y and yes. After that, it will give you a list of Firebase features. Select function and enter. After that, it will ask you in which language you need to write the script, JavaScript or TypeScript. I'll select JavaScript, and it is asking you that do you want to use ESLite? Yes. After that, npm dependencies. Yes, we need npm dependencies to write the script. So if you see that Firebase initialization is complete, it means that your Firebase Cloud Function setup has been done. And now you can minimize your terminal, and if your project structure is not in project, select the project, and here you can see the functions directory. Inside that you can see many folders and files, but index.js is our scripting file which we are going to use to write our script. So now you remove all this code and just go to our documentation. That is here. This is our documentation, and you can see here that step is to install npm. We had already did that. After that, we had given the Firebase login command. Firebase installation has been done. After that, here we need to add this line of code to our script. That is, let's write this. Basically, this is the SDK of our admin. This admin variable we need to initialize our Firebase admin SDK. So we had done it by using these two lines of code. After that, let's start writing our script to update data from our database. So we need to use basically Cloud Functions has many sub functions. One of them is schedule functions. So we will use schedule functions. Just copy this thing from here. I had already written it, so I'm copying it. I'll give you link of source code in description. You can refer it from it there. And this is JavaScript in which I had wrote the code. So basically I had created the variable known as database, and I had defined it as the admin file store. After that, I had used these schedule functions, which I told you that is a subtype of all the functions. After that, I had used pubspec.schedule, and here star star star. Basically, this is a time slot within which I am going to run the script. So you need to go to this website. It's con tab. So these schedule functions take the time slot in format of con tables. So this 5 star, it means that every minute, as you can see here, if I make it 1, then it will be every at 1 minute, and if I do it here 1, then at 1 hour and 1 minute it will run the script. So you can generate the time slot from here and paste it here in string format. After that, on the call on the method, and this is my code to update the data in my database. So database, that is variable of my Firebase admin dot, this is the path where I need to update the data. So this is my Firebase account. If I go to database, here you can see trial. Inside trial, I'm having a document as trial1, and then I'm having timestamp. So in trial1, I'm going to update the value of my timestamp to current timestamp, and this will run my script. This line of code will run at every minute from my deployment. So every minute it will run this line of code. So now let's head back to Firebase. We had initialize our Firebase, and the last command is Firebase deploy. So this command we'll use to deploy this script to my Firebase functions. So if you go to function section, currently your function should be empty. Here you can't see anything, but I'm having one of them whose name is timer update, and if I deploy this script, its name should be schedule function. So let's go to terminal and pass the command as Firebase deploy and enter. It may take some time, depends on your internet connection to deploy the script. So once you see this message in your terminal, that is deployment complete, it means that your script has been deployed successfully to your Firebase functions. So just refresh your Firebase console, and you should see two functions in your Firebase functions. As you can see, this schedule function is the function which we had implemented. Now here you can see the timestamp that we pass the con value from here. So same thing you can see here. And if you go to logs, here you can detect the logs of your Firebase functions. So here, as you can see, we are returning once this script is done. Once it has updated the data from my Firebase, every time it will show the log. So if you go to logs, you're not yet shown. It means that your, as you can see here, it has shown me at 11:11 that successfully updated, and my timestamp the same you can see here. And if I go to database, let's go to trial1, and as you can see, my timestamp has been changed. So let's wait for a minute and see if after every minute it updates the value or not. So as you can see, it automatically updated my data at every minute. We started from 11:12, it becomes now 11:14. So it is working fine. And if we go to functions and from logs, you can track logs from here, whatever we are returning from here. So you can track whether you are successfully updated or not. And if some error happens, you can see track it from logs. So you can see that successfully updated at 11:14 as well as at 11:13 you can see successfully updated. So now you can also run it at custom. For example, if I had given it timestamp as every morning, it will run. This is con value which I had passed of every morning. So what if I need to run it now? So you just need to go to right click on it and go to view in cloud scheduler. So it will you will be redirected to your GCP console from where you can trigger your functions. So as you can see here, I'm having two functions, same as like this, timer update and scheduler functions. Here we are having schedule functions and timer update. So this is my the function which I run at every morning, and this is the function which I have created now, which runs every after every 1 minute. So I can customly run it from here. If I click on run now, it will run, and as you can see from logs, it is successfully done. So in this way you can customize it, as well as you can also track logs from here. Click on view and it will show you all the logs, whatever error is happening or not. So in this way you can auto update the data from our database using cloud functions. So it is pretty much easy, and you just need to write for 4 to 5 lines of code and it will be implemented. So hope you like this tutorial, and thanks for watching.